Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Grimes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So NC State's offense takes the field to start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Waters. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something that you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
NC State going up tempo. Oh, it's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home, stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wants to throw. It's McCall. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Handoff from the shotgun. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Inside the 50, the 30, he's at the 20. Touchdown, Duke. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
That makes the score 2-7. NC State 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Second and short now after that completion. Looking to throw, it's McCall. Complete downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. A strike downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Man, you want to talk about a play that thwarts momentum. This offense was clicking. Now they take the sack, and they're in a tight spot.
And it's amazing how much these change the outcomes of drives. Just one tackle for a loss, one sack. Now the upper hand comes to me. Now I make you predictable and put you in a situation where now I can be successful on defense.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Duke's offense will go to work for the first time today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
And this just such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game.
Oh, he dropped it! The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. Touchdown, Wolfpack! The defense with the scoop and score. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. And the returner is stopped. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Third down coming up after the completion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Touchdown, NC State! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Quick strike complete. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
On the ground, it's Moore. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Harvey. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive. They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. The offense lining up for a first down play. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. How about the offense both teams put on display in this first quarter? Huge early numbers. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air, it's McCall. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Dialing up a second down pass play. It's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
NC State quick to the line. Back to the air one more time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Tripped up for the tackle.
Ball down at the 20-yard line. 2nd down.
The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Looking to throw, it's McCall. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. Pick up 3 to the 11.
At the 11-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
NC State 22-14.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Movement here from the tight end. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Quickly out to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Moore. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Returner runs out of bounds.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Looking to pass. It's McCall. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Collins. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They go to the ground. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
NC State 23-14.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Going up top on 1st down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. quick release on the RPO. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's looking to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
This offense has a second down play. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Gets it out fast. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
At the 37. Brings up second down.
Right on target with that last pass. Now it's second and medium. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
23-17.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's McCall. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
It's now third down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Brings up second down.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going for it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. And this one splits the uprights. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
NC State 26-17.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far, and you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. To the air on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Murphy. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Grab behind the line. It's Waters. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Harvey. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Trying to get to him. He finds his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Catch in the middle. It's Moore. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. The Blue Devils get it past the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Firing to the right, complete. Makes a catch and knocked down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Defense with a chance to put a stop to this drive. 9th snap coming. It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snags it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Duke.
Number 9.
Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 29, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Tucker. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Dropping back, it's McCall. He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. Stopped after making the catch.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Buys a little time with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
NC State going up tempo. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's McCall. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Gives it to the back on the draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
At the 20-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt.
NC State 29-24.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Harvey. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Murphy. The quick out. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. Grab near the marker is Harvey. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
Fires to the big fella, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Motion from the offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
NC State quick to the line. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more first downs. They just got 2 first downs. A couple more first downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Collins. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
He's more down at the 33. 2nd down.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. To the air, it's McCall. And his throw is incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. Now on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
This quarterback does an outstanding job in his preparation, watching film and understanding when he has to pull the ball on these types of run plays. Great job keying on the defender and quickly making the right decision to pull it and then go get north and get the first.
They'll try the run.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see he gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Blue Devils' 3rd down defense just doesn't come through.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Third down coming.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Harvey. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Oh, look out! Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Blue Devils in the hurry up. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
The aerial assault continues. Got his man quickly. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Looking to go up top on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Grimes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Back to pass, it's McCall. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee.